we're all sort of waiting here to get onto the ice. Didn't realize it was 10 minutes past when we were supposed to be on. Yeah, but there's a big sign that says no, like videoing is strictly prohibited. I saw that right on the door. So I know, right? We're trying to observe with camera equipment. Welcome at a Big Bear rink or whatever. Yes, it's a Big Bear tournament, so I assume they're going to all be played at Big Bear sites.
I think I know that.
Yeah.
What makes me the sound engineer?
So here we are on the second installment of the Big Bear Tournament Ann Arbor. We're playing against the Kentucky Thoroughbreds. From my understanding, each of the teams that we played so far have already won one game. So Thoroughbreds won their first game, 6-4. Pretty tough fought battle. And the team that we're playing later tonight also won their first game. So foresee a fairly tough road for us ahead. We got that is a massive number. Alex putting his number on his practice jersey. Zamboni, the ice, this time it's a little bit colder in this back rink. Hopefully it won't be as wet at the start of the game as it was yesterday. So you saw we had some trouble with a lot of people falling, a lot of people just sticking early on in the game.
You'll never know. You'll never know.
There we go. The boys are on the ice, and we have the 3-minute countdown here to get this game started. We got the full team here today. We had some major penalties yesterday, but thankfully no game suspensions. Lucas Barefoot back on the ice. Yeah, unfortunately, there is not a very good place to shoot this game from. We're kind of tucked in underneath the eave and behind the net. So the vantage point's not going to be great. Warm-up session come to a close. The game will start here very shortly.
Especially when you start chucking kids into the board. Yeah, like, let me see your first grade. Who's this 17-year-old?
Once again, this is the Kentucky Thoroughbreds. I had some come far away. Starting us off again, looks like we're going to stick with the same lineup. Connor, Hyde, Ian Bolsinger, and Levi Baldoff. Back by Shelton and Dormeyer. Shot on goal from Bolsinger. That puck goes behind. Thoroughbreds able to try to pass it out. A good challenge there by Bolsinger. Baldoff pursuing the puck. Couldn't take the shot off and dumps it back to Shelton. Shelton will dish one in. It goes off. It's loose out in front. Gloved it. Still with it. Bolsinger taking a shot back in front. Still loose. Good opportunity by the Foxes on this round. Going to be a good upside on the trip, and it's off to the races. Shelton getting to the puck first. Turn it around, but they contain it. Out in front of the net, they try to find somebody to connect. Marco Ray gets his pad on it, comes out into neutral ice. They pass up to Hyde, and the Thoroughbreds keep it in. Still maintaining it in the Foxes zone. They'll dump it in deep. Dormeyer running some interference behind the net. Shelton against the wall. The big man of Thoroughbreds. Alex Karen steps in and that puck clears. And it's going to die ahead of the net. Alex Karen charging. They pass it out. Cut off by Colton. He gets back checked. That puck now still in neutral ice. And we're going to get a penalty here, I think. No, yeah, Fox is going to get a penalty. I'm not sure. On Alex Kearns. Number 78, penalty, add penalty. Us. Oh. Barefoot clearing the puck, gets hit pretty hard. Off the boards. Drop pass there. We'll send it back. And again, the zone. Watson and Lucas back checking. That puck comes up and out of play as it goes into the net. Lucas Barefoot taking the face off here. Shot goes up and over the net off the face off. Jack works it out of the zone. D-to-D pass. So they reset. Take a shot and slings it wide and high of the net. All the way back up the boards. And the other corner. And line another one up, and they get it in from the point. Goalie got screened out in front. They able to lift it up past the glove there. Thoroughbreds score first. Foxes pick up that pass to Bolsinger. Bolsinger slings one in, goes into the defense. He's behind the net pursuing the puck. That puck finds its way out in neutral ice. Baldoff can't maintain possession. Thoroughbreds will dump it back in deep. Baldoff dancing around. Thoroughbreds able to find the puck. Trying to dish it out in front. Cut off by defense. He finds it. Marco Ray, it's loose. Gets back into the corner. Up the boards and contained by Thoroughbreds. Pass right out in front. Good look by Thoroughbreds, finding an open man in front of the net. And just like that, it's 2-0. Puck tied up along the wall. Gregor ends up with it. Trying to skate it forward. Another collision. Not much called today so far. Good back check by Barefoot. He'll just chip it back out into neutral ice. Mason Gregor back against the boards, trying to get there. Able to get all the way out in front of the net, and it's a battle. They cough it up in front. Good pass up there, and they'll get it forward, and that's Watson trying to curl around, taking the shot. That goes in. I didn't see the signal by the ref. No, they caught it. No goal. That wasn't a goal. It wasn't a goal. He had in his glove. Shelton lining one up. It comes in. Good jack out in front. Playing it tough. Pass out to Alex Cairns. Can't get to it. And they are able to skate it out of his own. Thoroughbreds on the attack. They send one in. Goes off. And bounces off the pads of Ray. They set it out to the point. They send it back in around the boards. Cairns working behind the net with Wermeyer out in front. Cairns able to find Taylor in mid-ice. He's going with Jack. Tries to push it over to him just behind him. Jack tried to serve it right back. We're going to get a penalty here as they take out Taylor out in front of the net. Fox is now on the power play. Bolsinger taking the face-off. Shot comes in. Connor Hyde now working against the board. Goes down pretty tough. Try to center it out to the point. Bolsinger having to set it back up. Drop pass to Watson. And the Thoroughbreds able to get in there. Balled off behind the net, getting the puck. Barefoot pushes it off the wall. He's got a lane. Trying to backhand it into the net. All right. Out to Baldoff. Baldoff slings it. Find Connor Hyde trying to connect. Out in front, Barefoot. It's still loose. They try to knock it out. Baldoff will pick it up. He'll send one in way wide of the net. Back into the corner, it's Connor. Connor trying to find somebody. They can't get through the noise. The Fox is back and resetting. One of the better Thoroughbreds, good pressure. Now Barefoot on the attack, trying to send it. Good pressure again by the Thoroughbreds here. Now it's Alex Perry trying to find Bolsinger just ahead of him. Thoroughbreds finding the puck. And that'll do it here for the penalty as we're back to full strength. Puck out in front of the net, trying to get it. Mason Greger fighting for it. Shelton keeps it in, gets it back up to Greger. Greger takes a shot, goes down the net. Alex Cairns in the corner. He goes down, still working the puck. Thoroughbreds pick it up and they'll dish it out. Trying to turn it around is Taylor. He'll find it in the middle, nice. At his feet, can't find it. Where's that? He'll sling it over to Greger. Thoroughbreds turn it back around. Somehow muscle out in front. Marco Ray makes a save, goes off the pads. Pass up and out of the zone. Thoroughbreds having to reset. That puck comes all the way out. They say touch, no icing. Cairns and Greger working in the corner. And they're able to get that past Lounder. They'll pass it out. Dwarmeyer giving chase. That centering pass, Marco Ray able to read that. Keep it out. And Dwarmeyer now in the corner. McFall going to draw a penalty on that one. It's contact before the puck. Unsure.
I already got it.
You got it. All right. Did it work?
Yeah.
Cool. You can do the space bar. All right. Learn something new. Out to the slot. Shot comes in. Loose. Fox is trying to bat it out. Comes back in again. Marcus will collect that puck. Marco. I think we're going to get an equipment check here. Marco skates off. Gonna check his helmet. Or his neck guard. Not sure which. We'll get back at it. With a minute and 14 seconds left on the penalty kill, Lucas Barefoot, Isaac Watson, Bolsinger. Another shot coming in, another series. Bolsinger working that puck. Fight along the boards there. Lounder trying to advance it. Back to Lounder. Somehow they're able to keep that in. Out in front. Going to get high sticking. And Thoroughbreds first to touch it, so the hand comes down. Smart move by Bolsinger to hold off touching it after the high sticking. Another shot on goal, and that stays out somehow. Just behind him. That puck comes up and out of play. We're going to take a face-off here in the defensive zone. Sure, we got away with that one. Got some help. That puck just sat there on the line. Good heads-up play by a defenseman trying to get that out of there. .13 seconds left on the McFall penalty, which, again, that was pretty ticky-tacky, in my opinion, based on the hits I've seen Thoroughbreds hit today. Thoroughbreds send one in on the side. Alex cares. We'll get that one out. Blasting around the boards. And now we're back to even strength. Thoroughbreds gain the zone. Trying to serve it out in front. It's Jack. He'll push it up and out. And Alex Cairns on the attack. He'll find it first. Trying to advance it towards the net. Goes behind. Now back to Alex. We'll send one up to Gormeyer. He'll dump it back in deep and around. Jack will find it behind the net. And it's Cairns. He'll loft one up, and Thoroughbred's able to pick that one up. Shelton and Taylor working that one. Chip up to Cairns, but they keep. They'll loft that one off the blocker and up and out of play. Foxes will chip it up and out. There's Barefoot on the attack. Going to be icing, although I thought there was contact with it. I swear I heard contact, but can't see. Tape review will not be available for that one. Foxes cleared the zone. Gregor on the attack. Foxes then clear again. Mason working it up. Barefoot. They chip it out. It just comes out. McFall trying to get behind that one. Shot goes in wide of the net. Up around the boards again. They'll sling one in from the point into the waiting glove of Ray. Good stick by McFall, able to lift that puck wide. Lounder working in the corner with Barefoot there to help against the big man. Barefoot getting his body on the inside. They'll chip it to the center. Another blast comes in. It's loose, and Marco is able to find it before it gets past. Good series by Marco Ray, standing strong in goal. A lot of pressure the last couple. Pass back to Shelton. Connor Hyde will find it and push it out of the zone. No icing as Bolsinger steps up. Connor Hyde will pick up that shot and try to take it. That's going to be offsides of the Foxes. It just trickles out. Cut off by Baldoff. Baldoff holds up, swings one in. It goes deflected in the corner. Bolsinger there first, trying to serve it back. It's bounced in front of the puck. Baldoff finds it, takes another shot. It's loose out in front and does not get in. Batted in the corner. Thoroughbreds send it out to neutral. Shelton able to send it back up. Now Baldoff with the stick again. Thoroughbreds send one in wide of the net and back in the corner. Connor Hyde and Baldoff working that puck, and Baldoff finds it. Baldoff on the attack. He'll sling one. It loose. Goes into the corner. Baldoff first to it. Gets it to Bolsinger. Bolsinger lines one up. It's chipping out in front, and it stays in. Hyde trying to keep it. Thoroughbreds will send it back out. Shelton turns it around, trying to find Bolsinger on the line. Connor Hyde working. Bolsinger sends one wide of the net into the corner. Gonna probably get a line change there. That'll do it here for the first period. A well-fought battle. The Foxes trail by 2. Back at it. Got Alex Kearns leading the Jack and Taylor line. Thoroughbred step in. Shelton turns it around and gets it up to Jack, and Jack is skated out. Loses it on the line. Gets it up to Kearns, and Kearns gets checked on the line here. Shelton sends that one in, trying to hit on net. Thoroughbred's now getting the Fox's zone. Dancing the puck in. It's loose. Looked like going to call it a hand pass. Take a face-off outside the zone. Jack working up the boards. He's been strong all series. Watson sends it up and out. Trying to find it and wrap around. Jack now in front. The goalie will stop the play. A great effort by Taylor getting up to that puck. Barefoot, Greger, and McFall on the ice now. Pass back to Shelton. He'll line one up. It's loose. Out in front. McFall trying to they get it in. McFall able to, no. Greger able to capitalize on that bounce. Shelton sending one in. Greger breaking the ice and putting the Foxes on the board. Good pressure in front of the net there by the Foxes. Had a couple guys in there. And Shelton slings it in. McFall with possession. Thoroughbreds turned around. Shelton will dump it in. It goes in deep. Greger and Barefoot trying to bottle it up. Send it to the other side. McFall gets lifted off his skates. It's 2-on-1. Shelton able to force him wide into the quarter. It's set up quick and a good chip there at the line by McFall, able to get it up and over the skate as he continues to put pressure on that puck. Thoroughbreds with possession still, getting in deep, all to the net. And stop that goal. Another great save by Marco Red. Trying to reach Greger. Let's swing one wide of the net. Watson back. Working the boards. They advance the puck. It goes across the crease and into the other side. No real pressure from the Foxes there. Barefoot steps in with Lounder. Big Thoroughbreds up the boards. Greger getting in there. Barefoot able to chip it out. Got some legs, but they're probably going to wave off icing as the Thoroughbreds reset. They chip it up forward. Grant trying to work in there, make it around. They'll sling one behind the net. Watson in the corner. Leaves it along the wall. Centering pass and a shot goes wide in the net. They try to dish it out in front. And luckily, Marco is able to find it through the legs of Watson. Puck loose behind the net. They try to chip it forward. Shelton gets a stick in there. Out to the boards. It's Connor Hyde working with Shelton. Leaning into it. Baldoff will pick up the puck. Pass up to Bolsinger just out ahead of him. Trying to get around him. Baldoff can't pick up that puck just behind. And Thoroughbreds. Good chip on the line. Baldoff keeps it in. Bolsinger slings one. He gets in! I don't know how it did it. That puck was going to go wide and somehow hit the stick and went in. Bolsinger on the board. The Foxes tie it up. The same line is going to stay up. A good chip at the line. Baldoff keeping it in. Bolsinger finishing the job. Bolsinger sends it into the Thoroughbreds line. They try to pass it up. Dwermeyer gets to it first and chips back in. Puck now bouncing back. Dwermeyer sends it back up to Hyde, and Hyde gains his own. Trying to find somebody out in front, just behind. Baldoff getting in there and underneath. That's right, Levi! Bolsinger taking charge. Connor Hyde behind it. These do. That puck is now loose out in front, and they turn it around. These boys are working today. Gain the zone. Shelton, just unbelievable. Advance it up. Puck's still loose. Not in yet. Marco finds it. Great effort by the Foxes. Some incredible pressure by the Thoroughbreds. Thoroughbreds set it up from the slot. Cut off by Kearns. Hard to get around him. It's Colton and Taylor working. Colton will work into the Thoroughbred end. Taylor giving chase. He'll pass it right back out. Watson finding and waiting to find Taylor on the line. Good chip by the Thoroughbreds and turn it around. And Colton trying to get it in underneath there. That puck comes out into neutral. Going to be offsides on the Foxes. So I understand the play. They're going to look for a face-off for the center ice here. Good tic-tac back and forth here in center. We'll dump it in deep. It comes around and Lounder takes his shoulder. Out in front. Taylor trying to get it out. Watson slings it up to Taylor. And that's out. Kearns. He'll send one in. Goes wide. Into the corner is Jack. Trying to feed it back out to center. Watson. Out in front. Watson trying to turn it. Find Alex, and they turn it around. A little bit of a foot race here. Taylor getting in. Great glove save by Marco Ray. Barefoot now working with Shelton and Tormeyer. Our defense only have two lines. They're working hard. Been a lot of ice time. Shelton on his knees. Still battling for that puck. Barefoot steps in to help. They get it back in. We'll sling one in. And Shelton's there. We'll bat it to the side. Everybody's able to keep it to Barefoot in stride, able to get going. Tries to hold it up, find Gregor out in center. Thoroughbred's able to get it inside there. McFall. Back to Dormeyer. Dormeyer will chip it back out. And Barefoot will send it all the way to the net. Barefoot along the walls. Dormeyer keeps it in, sends it back in deep. Gregor working behind the net. They send it back up to Dormeyer. Dormeyer sends it in, and the goalie collects it. Another hard-fought line. Maintain the pressure in the Thoroughbreds. Off the face-off, Thoroughbred's able to clear the puck. And they give chase. Watson trying to chip it wide of the net. Thoroughbreds maintaining possession behind. Skating to the slot. They turn around. Good stick challenge by Watson. Still in pursuit. Balled off to pick up that puck. He's just made it up. Let's turn over in the neutral. Now Watson will step. Sticks everywhere. Ball off, picking it up. Trying to sling it in. Maintain possession by Bolsinger. He gets hit off the puck. Now Connor Hyde, pressure behind the net. Set it out to Lounder. Lounder keeps it in, sends it to Bolsinger. Around the net, it goes. I think that puck comes out. Can't get past Watson the first round. Good challenge by, they advance the puck. Oh, amazing save by Marco Ray. Puck's still loose, they send it out. That comes out, so the Thoroughbreds have to reset. Unbelievable tending by Ray. He's been solid after those first two. And now Hyde forces a turnover. Getting to the puck. Out in the corner, trying to center it. Alex Kearns gets it in! Great heads-up play. Hyde looking for Kearns. Turns it around in front of the net. Foxes lead by 1. Beat him like a rented mule. I think the jersey threw him off. Not sure what the discussion was there. Puck back to the Thoroughbreds end. They'll chip it up the boards. Find an open man at center. He gets around, finds some open ice. We're going to get a trip. And Ray bottles it up before it gets there, but Foxes caught their hand in the cookie jar. I believe we'll have, no? I don't see anybody skating off. No, they're not going to give anything. James Taylor on the attack. He gets surrounded. Colton Jack keeps it in for a minute. They send him back out. Down in the Foxes zone, Tormeyer, it's a foot race. They get to it first. Able to chip around them. They're waiting for that pass out in front, and Kearns is back to help. Gets in the way of that. Kearns picks it up. Great effort by Kearns, able to chop out that pass. And they turn around and get one up and over. He's finding an open man out in front. Just like that, Thoroughbreds tie it back up. So the other team has activated the cowbell. So we might need to bring out a couple noisemakers of our own. Continued discussion between the ref and our coach. I'm sure what's going on over there. Lounder back, feeding it to Barefoot. Barefoot trying to find Gregor. Gregor will clear the puck. Thoroughbreds maintain and quickly reset. They'll send one in. Now back watching, will set it up the boards. Gregor trying to work it in. He gets collapsed on. McFall and Gregor working that puck. Trying to contain it. Lounder able to turn it around at least at first. Now back in deep, it's Barefoot to help out. Gregor clears it. That might have some legs though. Probably going to be icing on the Foxes. Lounder in the corner. Trying to work that puck forward. Backhand shot. It was just over the net. The Fox is behind the net, collapsing around it. Chip up to hitting Mason. Thoroughbreds again reset. Pass cut off by McFall. Watson pushing it forward. Thoroughbreds still with possession, working it closer to the net. Around the horn to go. Lounder getting in the way of that one. Another shot comes in, finding bodies along the way. Barefoot will clear it. Going to have legs though, and going to be, well, it dies. Rager with the skates, able to get to it. Baldoff able to deke that one. He'll take one. Goes off the post. Hyde and Lounder working to keep that in for now. Hyde back with the puck. From the slot, takes a shot. They balled it up. A little after action talking there by Baldoff and number 7.
Keep up the pressure. Let's go.
Ball off in the boards. Sends it around. Bolsinger gives chase. Looking for that pass. Trying to find Connor Hyde. And a backhand shot is collected by the netminder. The Thoroughbreds. Up to Shelton. Shelton dishes back in. Bounces wide of the net. Still loose, and Bolsinger. Shot by Baldoff! He gets it in! Levi Baldoff with the time. One-timer. Foxes now lead again, 4-3.
Yeah, Levi!
No ice called there, although it looked like they had 2 lines. Bolsinger, first to it. Baldoff. He digs that out. Finds Bolsinger in front. Takes the shot, goes wide. Bolsinger back with the ball against the wall. Thoroughbreds dish it out to Shelton. Shelton lines one up. It goes in. Bolsinger out in front. Takes another shot on the redirect. Gets blocked by the goalie. Now in the corner, it's Connor Hyde trying to work it to Baldoff. Bolsinger just off the edge of his stick. And the Thoroughbreds cut off by Connor Hyde. He's got a line. Takes a shot. Goes just wide. Sets it back up. It wraps around. Goes wide again. I can't take it. An exciting series. Baldoff now working with Hyde. Incredible opportunity. Dwermeyer keeps it in. Baldoff from the slot. Another shot skies high over the net. It's Connor Hyde and Bolsinger working behind. Bolsinger trying, the Thoroughbreds able to patiently take their time and get this one out. Now on the attack. Dwermeyer, Shelton. They will turn that one around. Back is Hyde. Out to the slot. They can't get the shot off because of Shelton. Now Jack on the attack. Good stick challenge right here in the middle, and it's Hyde. Hyde will dish it into the Thoroughbreds. Alex Kearns jumps on the ice. And the Thoroughbreds with a line, take a shot, skies it over. Jack first to it. Jack tipping it up, trying to find Hyde. Hyde's long shift for him. He really wants to go. Thoroughbreds gain the zone again. They'll send one in. Held by Marco Rare. 24 seconds left here in a very exciting second quarter. I think the song that they're singing right now could always use a little more cowbell. What a shot on goal, and Thoroughbreds first to it. Got to center it. It's out in front. Another shot goes wide. Lounder behind. Marco Ray will able to stretch for that one on his pro. He's getting the work out here. Able to stop that puck. Alex Kearns working with Taylor. Back is Watson, and that'll do it here for the second period. Fox's lead, 4-3.
Great job, kid.
Couldn't do it without you.
A great support vehicle. That's it. I'm here to make sure you stay upright. You start to falter or lean a little bit, I'll be there to, with the softest hands, put you right back up.
Appreciate you lending me your shoulder.
No problems with it. Somebody asked me one time, asked me to be in charge of something, and I was like,
Back at it barefoot, leading the charge. Off the bat, Thoroughbreds gaining the zone. Mason, Gregor, and McFall. Leo McFall working the wall. I think there was an errant whistle there, so the boys kind of held up for a second, unsure. Barefoot sending it up to Gregor, and Gregor, nice chip up and over the stick into neutral ice. Thoroughbreds reset. That's going to be offsides as got a little ahead of themselves. Thoroughbreds gain the zone. Taking it out wide, sending it out in front. Foxes get a stick on it. They chip it up, but they keep it in. From the slot, good blocker save by Marco. They send it back out in front, got a stick. Another return to sender. Foxes will clear it. It'll be offsides again by the Thoroughbreds. Once again, Marco Ray keeping us in this game. Good shots against him. He's holding strong. Balled off on the face-off. Thoroughbreds end up with it. And turn it around. Ball off gains his own, sends it across the bow. Connor Hyde working the corner. Up to Dwermeyer. Dwermeyer sends one in. Wide the net. And into the corner it goes. Shelton able to get up there for it. Nothing called. Shelton line one up. He'll send it in, and it goes, deflects wide. Connor Hyde now back in the corner. The pass out to center ice, cut off by Baldoff, but he drops it, and they advance. And skating in, Dwermeyer gives some pressure. Maintain the puck, trying to center it. Baldoff will pick it up. Baldoff works it into the zone, going to be offsides. One too many dangled deeks. he dangled his own teammate into the zone. It's pretty good. So we're gonna have to work on that the deking on the blue line. Kearns stepping up to the plate. Back to Watson. Watson back up to Cairns. He'll take a blast off the blocker. Great shot. Cairns back with it, now behind the net. Can't get it to anybody, and they'll sling it out. That should be enough for icing on the Thoroughbreds. I haven't been paying attention. You've been on me for being critical about the clock, so I'm not. Shout out to Luke Barefoot for helping on the clock. Legendary. Lounder across to Watson. Watson skates it out of the zone. He'll advance it. He'll chip him right on the line. Thoroughbreds back in the zone. Lounder back to receive that puck. We'll go around, send it up to Jack. Jack chips it, they keep it in. Jack passes it up to Cairns in stride, but they turn it around. Watson bats it to the wall. And battling against all the Foxes back. Now it's Alex Cairns turning it in. They'll backhand one towards the net. They'll bounce it to the side. Now the Thoroughbreds on the attack. It's 3-on-2. Take it all the way to the house and send it across the paint where nobody's there. Dish it back to the slot. That shot goes wide of the net. Jack and Dwermeyer trying to work the puck up. Comes back to Marco Ray. Thoroughbreds gain the zone, or advance the puck. Trying to chip it out. They keep it in. Another blast goes behind the net. Out to the point. Taylor getting it away. That sling goes wide of the net. Now back to the other side. It's like take away, keep away. Here. This time Taylor trying to chip it forward. They back up well. Limp pass. Jack trying to get to it. We got a collision by the Foxes. They send one in. Another great save by Marco Ray. Foxes need to get out of this line. It's been a long time. They send it to the center. Thoroughbreds reset quickly. Watson able to get in between that puck. And get out of the zone. And again, back in the Foxes zone. Dwermeyer will send it out. That'll go up. Going to be icing on the Foxes, but at least we'll get that line change. Barefoot, McFall, and Greger will chip up. And Barefoot will sling it wide. That should come out. To neutral ice it goes. Shelton picks it up. Advancing the puck into the zone. Barefoot gives chase. The centering pass out in front. Thoroughbreds cut it off. That puck comes out and pass to Dwermeyer. Shelton back to collect. Sends it right back up to Barefoot in the advance. Caught up on the wall there. Again, into the zone. It's loose. Shelton sends it to the side. We got a bunch of people falling there. No penalty. Barefoot sends it back in deep. And we'll get the line change in stride here. McFall with the pressure out in the forward. McFall, good pressure against the wall there. Greger stepping in. Lounder keeps it in. Greger turning back into the corner. They The Thoroughbreds skating it out. They'll sling one in. It goes off the pads of Ray. Backhand shot back to Marco. Marco will cover that one. Stopping the play. Baldoff gets underneath that one, passes out of the zone, trying to find Hyde. They turn it back around, back to Watson. Watson sends it over to Lounder. Lounder up to Bolsinger now to neutral ice. Another turnover. Back to Watson. And up to Hyde, finds Hyde on the line. Hyde in the zone. He'll blast one wide of the net. Bolsinger gives chase. On the wall. Thoroughbreds claps around it. Lounder chips it in. Baldoff trying to sling it across. Connor Hyde now working the wall. Thoroughbreds will turn it up. Defense of Lexington wide. They try to center and pass. That's out in front. Good chip by Bolsinger, able to get back and help out. Another one slung in. And that puck is stopped. it's keeping me warm for sure. Tension. Thoroughbred sling one in, hits defenders on the way in. Dwormeyer. That puck comes in. A weird deflection off of Shelton's skate. The centering pass there. Bolsinger picks it up. Bolsinger on the attack. Bolsinger sends it in. Connor Hyde working the wall. Trying to get it. Dwormeyer back up to Connor Hyde. Slung across to Bolsinger. Can't get on. Baldoff tipped it up and in! Levi Baldoff with a great pressure by that line. Great sight by Bolsinger with the assist from Connor Hyde. Finds the back of the net again. Scores 5-3. Foxes. Back to neutral, a little back and forth, and now a good chip by, that should be offsides. Lounder holding the line extremely well there. Burns on the face-off. Thoroughbreds dump it in. Up the boards it goes. Taylor working the wall. Back to Watson. Taylor ends up with it. It gets behind the defense. Advancing the puck. We got Kearns with him. And Jack waiting for that pass. Great pass. He's got a scrum in front of the net. Where is it? Back to Watson. Watson lines one out. Gets it in! Watson from the slot. Able to zero her in. Put another nail in it. Incredible pressure on the net there. Those boys just swarmed the net. Got out to Watson, and he found that opening. Thing of beauty. Everything clicking today here. 5 minutes and 17 seconds left. I don't know why the coaches and the refs seem to be having lots of discussions with ours. Thoroughbreds chipping one in. Shelton sees it. Now back in the corner, Barefoot covering that puck, chips it up and out of the zone. Pressure by McFall. They send it around and reset. Dwermeyer finds that puck, sends it in the center to Gregor. Back up, Shelton sends it back into neutral ice, forcing the Ponies to reset. And a nice dish there by Barefoot to find Gregor just ahead of him. Good back check there by McFall. Puck does come out. Dwermeyer holds it up, sends it back up to McFall. McFall chips it in the zone. Gives chase. Still with the puck. Trying to dish it out front. Barefoot can't get to it before the defense. Thoroughbreds clear it. But Barefoot will send it back in, and we're going to get a little bit of a line change here as Barefoot skates off. Pass up to Shelton. Shelton on the out to neutral ice. Balled off. Got McFall. McFall will send one in, and no glove stop it. Balled off on the face-off. Now behind, working on the walls. Over to Bolsinger, but Thoroughbreds able to pass it out of the zone, and are now on charge. That shot gets lifted now behind. They centering pass, and there to collect is Connor Hyde. Connor Hyde slows it up. He'll dump one into the zone, and it goes wide. Levi balled off in the corner. Up to Hyde. Hyde trying to pull the trigger. That puck goes in. Connor Hyde and Liam Bolsinger work that one. I think they're going to give the goal to Bolsinger on the assist by Connor Hyde. Again, great pressure by the Foxes. They pull ahead 7-3.
They're going to adjust the clock. They forgot to run 10 seconds. Just keep it real.
Thoroughbreds gain the zone. Puck cut off by Watson. They're able to keep it in. Watson holding it up. He gets his pocket picked from behind. Good pressure by the Thoroughbreds. Puck is held in, goes back in deep. They dish it out in front. It's loose. It's still there. Ray holding the wall, holding the line. I'm sorry. The camera's terrible here. They gain the slot and take a shot. It goes behind. Another shot goes up and over the net. Bolsinger, good shoulder hit there. And Fox is trying to get this one out. Back up to Bolsinger. They send it out in front. Watson sends it up the boards out, but that's going to have the legs for icing on the Foxes. Golden Jack trying to find that puck and get it out, using his body on the wall. That puck comes back into the net and wide. Dwermeyer will lift it up, and it pops over. Taylor in there, giving fight. Cairns picks it up in the neutral, feeds it up to Taylor. Thoroughbreds dump it in. Shelton back. Takes a weird hop off the glass, and now Taylor will skate it into the zone. He pushes it forward in front of the net. Colton and Taylor able to get back there. And underneath, that puck comes out to center. Taylor and Jack on the attack. Kearns following behind. Taylor dumps it in wisely. That'll melt some time off the clock. Kearns holding it up against the wall. Kicks it over to one. That puck gets an around. Shelton handled the puck. Will skate it out. Got some speed. In the zone. Still with the puck. Trying to backhand shot just wide of the net. Kearns in the battle there. The Thoroughbreds on the attack again. The shot goes in. Able to find up and over the glove hand of Bray. The Thoroughbreds narrow the gap to 3. Off the face-off, McFall gives chase deep in the Thoroughbred zone. We pass it out. We're getting a 3-on-2 here. Trying to take it wide. Watson keeps him wide. McFall clears the zone. That's going to be offsides on the Thoroughbred. 27 seconds left to play here in the third. Barefoot on the face-off. Thoroughbreds in the zone. Watson passes it right back out. They'll chip it in. Watson back. Round the boards, up it goes. They pass it out in front. Good stick by Watson, able to disrupt that pass. Puck comes out of the zone. And that'll do it. The Foxes get their first win, defeating the Thoroughbreds 7-4 in an electrifying second game to this tournament. I appreciate you all tuning in. And we will see you back here at 7:10 tonight for our final third game of this series. That'll do it here for our broadcast this morning. We'll catch you on in the evening session.